In this video we are going to talk about the all-time greatest dividend stocks. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Number 10. Procter & Gamble. When it comes to income investment, Procter & Gamble PG, $78.61, is a name that comes to mind, which has been a part of the Dow Jones Industrial Average since 1932, has paid a dividend to stockholders since 1891, and has increased it for 61 years in a row. Few stocks are as venerable and reliable as this one. The goods of P&G are also noted for their dependability. Charmin toilet paper, Crest toothpaste, Tide laundry detergent, Pampers diapers, and Gillette razors are among the company's most well-known brands. Despite supplying consumer staples that are meant to be less susceptible to economic fluctuations, Procter & Gamble is competitive. The rise in popularity of bargain stores carrying lower-priced store brands has posed a special challenge. Take a look at the stock market for proof. P&G shares have fallen 2% in the last 5 years, while the Dow has risen by 65%. Number 9. Walmart. It should come as no surprise that the world's largest retailer has one of the best-performing stocks over time. However, the path to greatness has been long and winding. Walmart, WMT, $86.84, was worth 4 cents a share on its first day of trading on the New York Stock Exchange in 1972, adjusted for splits and dividends. From humble beginnings as a single discount store, Walmart now employs 2.3 million people, and has over 11,600 retail locations across the world. Walmart has invested extensively in its e-commerce business in response to the advent of Amazon, AMZN, as a competitor, and the early returns from these efforts appear good. The company withdrew stores from its corporate name in February in an effort to distance itself from its brick-and-mortar roots. Walmart has grown its dividend every year since 1974, and has been a Dow component since 1997. Number 8. Chevron. Chevron's roots may be traced back to John D. Rockefeller's fabled oil empire in the 19th century. For decades, Chevron was known as Standard Oil of California, while the Chevron name appeared on products as early as the 1930s. Chevron Corporation became the official name of the company in 2005. Prior to that, the corporation was known as Chevron Texaco because of its merger with Texaco in 2001. Chevron was a Dow component under various names from 1930 to 1999, and then again from 2008 to the present. Number 7. Johnson & Johnson. J&J, $131.86, is a healthcare company that deals with pharmaceuticals and medical devices, among other things. The company's over-the-counter consumer brands, such as Listerine mouthwash, Tylenol pain medication, and Johnson's baby shampoo, are its most well-known products. J&J has a long history in the healthcare industry. The company, which was founded in 1886 by 3 brothers, was the first to mass-produce dental floss and the first to make commercial first aid kits, all before 1900. In 1921, it introduced the renowned Band-Aid bandages to the market. Despite the fact that J&J shares had been publicly traded since 1944, the company was not included in the Dow until 1997. Due to its ever-increasing dividend and the popularity of its products, the stock has become too obvious to ignore. Since 1963, J&J has increased the amount of its annual cash payment to shareholders. Number 6. Altria. Altria, MO, $64.25, can be traced back to a tobacco business in London in the 19th century. Today, the company's operating businesses are still focused on tobacco, including cigarettes, Philip Morris USA, smokeless tobacco, U.S. smokeless tobacco, and cigars, Philip Morris International, John Middleton. Altria also owns St. Michel Wine Estates, a significant wine producer and also owned by Altria. Although Altria and its predecessors are best known for their renowned Marlboro brand of cigarettes, they also had a hand in other well-known companies such as Miller Brewing and Kraft Foods. When the corporation was known as Philip Morris Cos, the stock first joined the Dow in 1985. In 2003, the company changed its name to Altria Group, and in 2008, the stock was removed from the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Philip Morris International (PM) is a publicly traded subsidiary of Altria Group that sells cigarettes outside of the United States. It was spun off from Altria in 2008. Number 5. International Business Machines. International Business Machines, IBM, $157.89, is the grandfather of technology stocks. From 1932 through 1939, the corporation, which began operations under its current name in 1924, was a member of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It was re-added to the Industrial Average in 1979 and is still a part of it now. In many ways, IBM's history is a chronicle of technical advancement in the 20th century. It's more difficult to predict the present century. IBM is a company that makes business-oriented computer hardware and software. Another essential aspect of the business is consulting. Cloud-based services, on the other hand, appear to be the way of the future, and IBM faces stiff competition. Amazon, AMZN, Microsoft, MSFT, and Google, GOOGL, are just a few of the well-known tech firms vying for real estate. Number 4. General Electric. General Electric, GE, $13.33, has been one of the best bets in history, notwithstanding how difficult it is to believe these days. That might not be the case in the future. Over the last 52 weeks, the industrial conglomerate stock has lost more than half of its value. In fact, during the last decade, they've lost about 60% of their value. In the meantime, the Dow has risen by more than 90% in the last 10 years. Over the years, the company has changed dramatically. Its most recent shift occurred during the Great Recession of the previous decade. As a result of increasing laws, management was forced to sell off the company's broad financial operations, a major source of income. Today's GE is a stuttering industrial conglomerate, with investors unsure what to make of its future. Warren Buffett, who is known for his patience, finally gave up and sold his remaining GE stock in 2017. One of the original 12 Dow stocks, General Electric, may not be able to stay in the blue-chip index for much longer. Number 3. Microsoft. Bill Gates dropped out of Harvard in 1975 to co-found Microsoft with his childhood friend Paul Allen. The original Windows operating system was released in 1985. Microsoft, MSFT, $94.17, went public a year later at $21 a share, or the equivalent of 6 cents a share once the price is adjusted for stock splits and dividends. Microsoft soon transformed personal computers, spawning a generation of Microsoft millionaires. Microsoft's glory days appeared to be over not long ago, as sales of desktop PCs fell into a seemingly permanent slump as consumers shifted their attention to mobile technologies. However, because of the shift away from licensed software and toward cloud-based subscription software, the company is witnessing a rebirth. Microsoft is now a major player in cloud computing, and its stock price reflects this. At the height of the dot-com boom, Microsoft joined the Dow in 1999. Number 2. Apple. True price appreciation accounts for the vast bulk of Apple's AAPL $175.89 lifetime value growth. Investors can blame the iPhone for the stock's dramatic rise in value in recent years. Before creator Steve Jobs launched the revolutionary smartphone in 2007, Apple was a well-known supplier of costly personal computers that specialized in niche sectors. More than 1 billion iPhones have been sold in the 10 years since their release. Since the device's initial debut, Apple's stock has increased by more than 900%, and the company's cash hoard has risen to epic proportions. With a record cash pile of $285 billion, it's safe to assume that Apple's future will include dividends. Due to a cash shortage in 1995, the company was forced to discontinue dividend payments. Apple reinstated the dividend in 2012 and has increased it every year since. Consider that the price of AAPL stock has risen 191% in the last 5 years to get a sense of how important the dividend is to returns. When dividends are included, the overall return is 221. Number 1. Exxon Mobil. Do stocks outperform treasury bills? Recombiner estimates that Exxon Mobil (XOM), $78.54, created $1 trillion in wealth between 1926 and 2016. Exxon's exceptional performance has undoubtedly been aided by its consistent dividend payments since 1882. The corporation has increased its dividend payment by an average of 6.3% per year over the last 35 years. Exxon has been part of the Dow since it reached 30 businesses in 1928. It was then called Standard Oil of New Jersey. Exxon became Exxon in 1972. Exxon, like Chevron, faces uncertainties about the future of fossil fuels, not to mention volatile oil prices. Exxon's stock price is down more than a decade as a result of this uncertainty. What do you think about our video? Please let us know in the comments area below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to hear from me again, please subscribe and turn on the notification before leaving. Thank you for watching us.